Hey y'all, welcome to a Friday's R4U on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. And man, ain't you glad it's Friday? Whew. I'm not in particular because whatever, you ain't got to work tomorrow. Y'all watch my videos, you know I work 12-hour days because I harp on it all the time. Well, I just come off a 4-day work week and I got today off, then I go right back into it tomorrow. Dadgum. Anyway, what I've got for you today is a brew out of Ohio, Winchester, Ohio to be exact. It's from the Brewdog Brewing Company. It's a Bushwood beer, and it's called Caddyshack Crisp Pilsner. Alright, so Brewdog Bushwood beer, Caddyshack Crisp Pilsner, 5% ABV. Got the Bushwood logo there on the side of the can. Never heard of these guys, and I picked this up down there at the World Markets. What I like about the World Market, you know, depending on when I go, I can find different stuff from all over the U.S. and all over the world. Really, they got all kinds of stuff down there, but I like to go check them out because sometimes I can get surprised with beers I've never heard of, companies I've never heard of. So we're going to see what this Bushwood beer Crisp Pilsner Caddyshack is all about today on a Friday's R4U. A good stiff head on that thing. Look at there. Looks a little bit hazy, from what I can see. It's got the Pilsner type aroma coming off of it. But man, look at that head. That's a beautiful head on that thing. Medium bubbles, spongy looking head. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow, that actually has a lot of flavor for a head. Usually, unless it's an IPA or something like that, usually don't have that much flavor in it. This is, they call it a crisp Pilsner. And man, it's got some delicious flavor in that head. Now, to me, it's basically just bitterness. It's like it has a hint of the Pilsner type flavor, but the majority of it is just a bitter, is the bitterness that I'm getting out. And man, I love it. I love the bitterness in beer, and that head is just almost pure bitter. Now it's not overly bitter. But that's the majority of flavor I'm getting out of it is just a bitter flavor. But it's not like some bitters like, you know, biting into an acorn or something like that. It's not bitter like that. Not got that real harsh bitterness to it. But it's to me, it's a, and of course I have no idea what the IBUs are on this thing, but it's just got a good medium bitterness in the flavor of that head that I really like. Let's see, pour the rest off in there. I'll get the rest of it in there. Give it a good swish. And I don't know if that swish will make a difference or not on a crisp Pilsner. But the bitterness that I'm getting out of that head reminds me a whole lot of the original Pilsner, the Pilsner Urquell. The bitterness you get in the finish of that beer is kind of the bitterness I'm getting out of the head of this one. So anyway, y'all can see that okay maybe. It's just a hazy brew. Now, I'm not used to Pilsners being hazy. Most of the time a Pilsner is nice and bright and clear. This one's got a good haze to it. I can see light real easy through it, but I can see shadows of images, but not really images. Anyway, it's a pretty gold brew. Nice head just lingering there. We're getting some lacing around top of the glass. Alright, so this Bushwood beer, Caddyshack Crisp Pilsner at a 5% ABV is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the work that you do day in and day out to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own way. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Oh, that's freaking delicious. That is good. It is nice and crisp, and it has the bitterness in the finish. Not as much as it was in the head, but it's got a nice bitterness in the finish, and it's just smooth and delicious. I mean, if you know what a Pilsner tastes like, this has got all the qualities. It's got the sharpness, the crispness, the bitterness, but it's also smooth as well. The bitterness is not overly harsh. It's just a good brew, man. Dadgum. Man, it's about as close a thing to Pilsner Urquell I think I've ever had. Maybe I may be exaggerating just a little bit, but it's still a very good, crisp Pilsner. I'm gonna score it an A. It tastes delicious to me. I'd buy a 6-pack of this. Now I gave $2.50 for the can down at World Market, but you know, the flavor of it, it's just outstanding. I'd buy a 6-pack of it just because it tastes good. It's not your typical, you know, run-of-the-mill, go to the store and pick up a 6-pack, but on occasion, yeah, I'd have this on occasion. It's really good. Beautiful, nice, crisp flavor. So anyway, y'all, I think an A's a fair score for this one. I'll be back tomorrow for a Saturday Suds. I got another revisit I'm going to do of something that last time I had it, I gave it a bad grade, or a medium grade anyway. We're going to try it again because I had it since then, and I didn't really want to drink it. And then I was drinking it, and I was like, man, this is not as bad as I remember. So I'm going to re-review it tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned to find out what it is. Love and appreciate y'all. Cheers.